What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. And in this one, we're going to start this should we keep them or should we cut them series. I'm going to do this for about 4 or 5 players. It's going to be a quick series, and I'll knock it out over the course of the next week or so. And the first player I want to start with, and I think this is pretty obvious what everybody's going to say, but, we're going to start with Alec Ogletree. Now, I remember when Dave Gettleman got Alec Ogletree, I was thrilled because I thought Alec Ogletree was pretty good with the Rams. I remember I wanted the Giants to draft him because we needed a linebacker so bad. So when he brought Alec Ogletree in, I was really excited. I'm like, wow, we just got a really good linebacker. This guy's going to help out the team. Dave Gettleman's addressing needs that we have, and that's linebacking, which we just have not had good linebackers here in years. I'm like, Alec Ogletree can make a big difference with this team. And unfortunately, it just hasn't worked. Now, last year, he did have 93 tackles. He led the team with 5 interceptions. He returned 2 of them for touchdowns. He also had a sack last year. But those numbers were probably skewed. I mean, if you watched Alec Ogletree play last year, he looked a step slow. He got beaten coverage a lot. I don't know what it is about the Bears. He plays really well against the Bears. You'll see Alec Ogletree have really good games, and then he'll just disappear and not be anywhere around. He's been really inconsistent for the New York Giants. Really hasn't made that much of an impact, like I said, except for that Bears game last year. He had a big game in that game. He had an incredible interception for a touchdown. Then he had like an Odell Beckham type interception later on in the game. And he's had, like I said, he's had flashes of playing really well. But, in 2018, just not a really good season. Of course, we only paid him $3 million. So for $3 million, that's pretty damn good production from Alec Ogletree. So that's not bad. I mean, I think we got a lot of production out of a $3 million linebacker in 2018. The guy's going to get you 5 interceptions, 93 tackles, and a couple touchdowns, although, like I said, he didn't play that well, but for $3 million, I mean, that's not bad production. This year, he's obviously tailed off a little bit more, although his PFF rating is higher. Last year's PFF rating was 50.6. This year, it's 55.2, but the same things show up. He gets beat on coverage a lot. He looks a step slow. I mean, the guy's only ran a 4.740 at the combine, and obviously you don't get faster with age, so he's slowing down. You can see it. He's got 75 tackles this year. He does have 1 interception. Of course, that was against the Bears. Why wouldn't it be? And he has a sack, but his PFF rating is higher. It's 55.2 this year. Really don't know why. I don't think he's played much better this year. But again, Alec Ogletree not costing us a lot of money this year. He cost us $4 million. So for over the course of 2 seasons, the guy had almost 170 tackles, 6 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. And really, I don't think that's bad for $7 million for 2 years. So Alec Ogletree, again, not a very productive linebacker, very inconsistent, but for that money, that's not bad. It really isn't that bad of production. Now, this is where we have the problem. Going forward next year, Alec Ogletree is owed $11.75 million. Now, in my opinion, Alec Ogletree is not worth $11.75 million. And you may say, well, Bad Dog, if we cut him, how much cap do we eat? We eat $3.5 million. So we'd save $8.25 million against the cap if we get rid of Alec Ogletree. Now, free agents out there like Joe Schobert, who's the guy the Giants should definitely take a look at, or maybe drafting an Isaiah Simmons, Alec Ogletree definitely becomes expendable. Now, I'm not even going to do one of these videos on Kareem Martin. I have no doubt in my mind Kareem Martin will not be back here next year. It's another $5 million we save in cap. Kareem Martin's done absolutely nothing. Thought about doing a video for him, but that's not even close. I mean, Kareem Martin has done nothing for this team. At least Alec Ogletree, in these 2 years of the New York Giants, like I said, as inconsistent as he's been, he has produced some pretty decent games. He has done he's put up some pretty good numbers. Although, again, there's a lot of times like, what's Ogletree doing out there? He's getting beat again. He can't cover, can't do this, can't do that. But again, it cost us $7 million over the last 2 years, so that's not a lot of money. But going forward next year, this year it's $11.75 million. Next year it's about the same. I just don't see any way Alec Ogletree comes back here as a New York Giant next year. That's just too much money to save at $8.25 million. He's definitely not worth $11.75 million. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. If you think of a reason that we should keep him here, let me know. The one thing I'll say about Alec Ogletree, he's a veteran. We have a very young linebacker, of course, especially if we do go out and draft an Isaiah Simmons. But I think that you can take that $8.5 million or $8.25 million and definitely put it towards a Joe Schobert. I mean, that's because he's the top linebacker in the league. And that's the type of thing you want to do is upgrade, get a younger linebacker, and you're going to take that $8.25 million and you're going to throw it towards somebody that's much, much better than Alec Ogletree. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you can think of a reason we should keep Alec Ogletree here, let me know. I'm always willing to hear your opinions. And hey, if you like what you watch, man, if you like the videos, please subscribe, ring the bell. Make sure you leave a thumbs up for me. And of course, I always look forward to your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Friday. Until next time, it's Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!